Wow, what a difference a week makes. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade with an update on what's happening in the tropics. Things were fairly quiet for a while, but as we've been telling you over recent weeks, once we get closer to September, things could potentially blow up, and that's exactly what has happened. We have not one, not two, but several tropical systems that we are monitoring and tracking closely, and one that will give us some impacts right here in Southeast Texas. In fact, we already have a tropical storm watch in place for coastal areas of Matagorda and Jackson counties. That is through Thursday afternoon. Tropical storm warnings back down towards Corpus Christi and Laredo and Brownsville, where we do have the potential for tropical depression number 9 to strengthen to a tropical storm and produce those winds over 40 miles per hour and maybe 1 to 4 inches of rain, along with some rip currents, some high surf, and other issues that come along with tropical systems, maybe some severe storms as well. So this is our biggest tropical event so far this season, because this is the only system that has come our way or even close to us. It's not going to make a direct impact for the Houston area. The main portion of this system will stay to our south, but it will get close enough to where it should spread some of those outer rain bands our way, especially during the day on Tuesday into Tuesday evening. But the heaviest rain and the strongest wind will stay across portions of South Texas. This system is actually going to track off to the west, northwest, and it should make landfall across South Texas by tomorrow morning. In fact, here are the current coordinates, and here is the latest track as of the 4 p.m. advisory. We've got tropical depression number 9 with maximum sustained winds around 35 miles per hour, movement to the west at 18 miles per hour, and we've got pressure right around 1,008 millibars. So it is pushing off to the west fairly quickly. Should be a tropical storm by 1 a.m. Tuesday morning, mid to late Tuesday morning, making landfall south of Corpus Christi and then rolling right over Laredo, still as a tropical storm early Tuesday afternoon with 45 mile per hour winds, and then it weakens down to 30 miles per hour as it starts to push into northern parts of Mexico by early Wednesday morning. But I want to zoom in and show you where that landfall will likely be, and you'll see that it's going to be north of Brownsville, likely and south of Corpus Christi, and then pushing right over Laredo as we go through the day on Tuesday. So it's not going to make landfall right over Houston. That's good news, but it will be close enough to where we could get clipped by some of those outer rain bands. That means some spotty showers, some heavy downpours potentially, maybe a few stronger storms, but notice that swath of the heaviest rain between this afternoon and Wednesday night, and that is going to be down around Corpus Christi, north of Brownsville, down through Laredo, and into northern Mexico. That's where that main track for tropical depression number 9 will be. So we'll continue to watch this closely, but it looks like it is going to strengthen into a tropical storm as we go through this evening and tonight, but it will stay to our south. The main reason it's going to stay to our south is the fact that we have that big heat dome across the central U.S., so that's going to help to kind of steer it off to our south and west. So it's not really going to have that opportunity to get bumped our way northward, but we will still have the potential to get some showers and a few storms from it. You can already see the wind picking up with the buoys that we're showing out there in the Gulf up closer to our area, getting those wind speeds closer to 20 miles per hour at this point, sustained wind close to 20 miles per hour as well down around the Corpus Christi area, and we'll continue to see those wind speeds get stronger as tropical depression 9 gets closer and as it starts to strengthen a bit. So for this evening, maybe an isolated heavy downpour. Best shot will be over towards Beaumont. 1 or 2 of those showers may make it into Houston, Galveston, but our chance for rain for this afternoon and this evening fairly low, 10 to 20%. As we go through Tuesday, though, there will be a better chance for some of those showers and storms to make their way into the Houston area, but notice where the majority of the rain is situated, and that is down around Corpus Christi, Brownsville, and eventually pushing off into Laredo. So some of those spots could pick up 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of rain as this system rolls through. For us, it's just going to be those spotty heavy downpours, so maybe some isolated 1 or 2 inch totals here, but it is not going to be widespread. And it's going to be windy as well, so outside of that rain where it's still very hot and dry, that fire threat will remain on the high side, to keep that in mind. We do have tropical depression number 9 in the Gulf, but we also have several systems in the Atlantic. We've got one in the Caribbean as well, and this is Tropical Storm Franklin in the Eastern Caribbean, and we already have tropical storm warnings out for Haiti, Dominican Republic, where heavy rain, flooding is likely, along with the potential for mudslides. Also heavy rain expected from Franklin in Puerto Rico over the next day or so. So this system has 50-mile-per-hour winds. Movement is to the west around 5 miles per hour, and so it will continue to bring that flooding threat for Haiti and also for the Dominican Republic. We have Tropical Depression number 9, we have Franklin in the Eastern Caribbean, but we also have Gert, Emily, and Invest 92L in the Atlantic. I told you, it just got really active super fast. So Gert is a tropical storm, but it is expected to basically fall apart over the next day or two, not reaching any major land area. Emily is already turned into a post-tropical system, so that one no longer with tropical characteristics, so good news there, and it is out over the open water. But we'll have to watch Invest 92L now with a 40% shot for development over the next 2 days and a 70% high chance for development over the next 7 days. It's got to work its way all the way across the Atlantic, so we'll have several days to watch it, but it is very busy out there, that's all I can say. And likely in the next 6 to 12 hours, we will have another named storm in the Gulf of Mexico just south of us named Harold. Of course, the Harold name replaced Harvey, which would have been used this year, but since Harvey produced so much flooding and wreaked so much havoc, that name was replaced with Harold. So that system in the Gulf will likely become Tropical Storm Harold as we go into this evening and tonight. So we've already gone through Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Don, Emily, Franklin, and Gert, and Harold will be the next on the list. So we have been dealing with fairly quiet conditions in recent weeks, but now we're talking about things really starting to blow up, and we are getting close to that peak of hurricane season, which will be around September 10th. So this is the typical time that we would expect things to get active, and boy, they have certainly done that. So we'll be watching all of those systems closely, but keep in mind there will be some potential impacts from Tropical Depression 9, likely Tropical Storm Harold as we go through the day on Tuesday for Houston and Southeast Texas. So keep it here. We'll keep you updated with any additional watches and warnings. Also, make sure you download the Fox 26 weather app for all of your alerts for your tropical storm watches, warnings. We've got our Follow Me feature, forecast cones, and everything tropical weather related you can find there along with the local forecast as well. I'm Fox 26 meteorologist Ramisha Shade. Enjoy the rest of your day.